Hey, this is Ron with Durham's Fine Upholstery, Southern California. Hey, this is just a little trick that I use when I'm putting double welt on leather or vinyl, because for some reason that hot glue just doesn't stick very well. Okay, a couple months later you get a call from the customer and you know the welt's coming off, and we don't want to do that. So the traditional method of doing this is to staple it. Okay, they make a special little staple gun. Here's your regular staples right here. Where are we at here? Oh, there we go. There's your regular staples, 3/8 of an inch crown. Your staples for your weld are 3/16 of an inch. Okay, so they seem to fit in a little bit better. If you want, you can actually paint those kind of the color you want. Just take some spray paint. That helps hide them a little bit. But you still get a little dimpling in here. Okay, you can see where I put the little staples. And then this is where I put the bigger staples, the regular. So you still get a little wrinkling in there. So I'm going to show you how to get rid of that, how I get rid of it, okay? First off, this edge right here, I usually like to put a strip of cardboard on here. Okay, you can take just the regular cardboard strip that we always use, and you can cut it right in half, like so. That'll give you a little bit that you can staple on. Or if you've, that's actually kind of thick though. Okay, so if you eat cereal or crackers or anything like that, maybe you drink some adult beverages, you've always got some nice cardboard around. It's kind of thin, so just cut yourself little 1/4 inch strips, and you're just going to staple that right on. And what that'll do is that'll help even out all the inconsistencies in case you have some Dacron or cotton or something underneath. And let me see, I'll just tip this down. I already got it done on the arms. That's what it looks like. Okay, so that's generally what I do on this end. Now on the end for the vinyl and for the leather, this is really important, okay? What you want to do is take yourself some scrap fabric, some real thin stuff. I just use some muslin because I always have a lot of it laying around. And you just cut a size, about the size of a welt, as you're doing, you know, size you would for a welt. Cut it on the bias so you don't have a bunch of strings hanging out. And then you just sew it in, sew it on top when you're sewing up your double welt, okay? So you're just sewing up double welt like normal, but you know, just work this in right on top. And you trim off your leather welt just like normal. And then when you trim off your muslin here, you just leave a little bit of it showing. All right. So then your hot glue is going to stick to that real well. It will not come off. Okay. You try, when it dries, you pull it off. It will not come off of that muslin. It's got that little frayed edge on there. So what do we do on the chair side? Okay, so the chair side, remember I showed you, I just told you about how we put the little cardboard strip on here. What I do on that, let's see if I can get this over where you can see it. When I'm putting the cardboard strip on it, I'm actually just doing it, but I'm putting a real thin, I'm just putting a really thin piece of yarn in there, okay? And I got to tell you, that hot glue is going to stick to this yarn really, really well. And one more thing, let me just talk about the joinery on your double welt. This is the traditional way here, where you just sew it together and then fold it back, but that kind of leaves a lot of bulk, okay? So what I do with the leather and the vinyl is, there we go. I just cut it and work it in as I go. I don't really sew it together. I just sew it as I'm going. Okay, so and when I do cut these, that trailing edge, that leading edge that you're going to fold over, okay, I always take it and cut it back. I wish I could show this a little better here. Cut it back this way, so that I have a little bevel going backwards on it instead of forward. So when you fold that over, you're going to get that nice clean leading edge. Okay. I try to keep these a couple minutes under. Boy, we're already at 4.5. Sorry about that. But anyway, and then from at this point on, we're just going to hot glue. Where am I at? Oh, here we go. We're just going to hot glue as normal. And since I don't have my hot glue gun turned on, I plugged it in but forgot to turn the power strip on. You know, we don't need to cover that anyway. You know what? Because you know how to put double weld on. Anyway, that's how I work the double welt. when I'm working on leather, when I'm working on vinyl. Thanks for watching.